What is going on, guys? Ninja here. Today I'm going to be doing the top 5 best Injustice mobile app Batmans. For this list we're going to be going over the best Batmans that on just mobile app, and also for this list we'll be including Batmans that are from challenge characters or just the standard characters in total. Just bear in mind that when we do go through the list that there might be some certain second picture of the same characters that have different stats. Those are just other people's versions of certain Batmans, just like in the Injustice challenge characters that I have video, which I've explained it on that one as well too. But other than that, without any further said, let's just get into this. Coming into number 5 spot, we have Batman Blackest Night. What I absolutely like about Batman Blackest Night is that his special 2 is pretty good. I mean, it has a chance to be unblockable or not unblockable. His super move is also really good. His main attacks are absolutely great. His health is actually pretty good for a Elite 7 or Standard. However, the only reason he did not make it high on the list is that his special 1, his batarangs he throws, is very little damage, even at Elite 7, which is why he only came in at the number 5 spot. Coming in to the number 4 spot, we have Batman Arkham Knight. Mate, is this character just an awesome looking Batman? Also, at the start of the game, he gets to select one of his abilities that he has, which is actually very handy at the start of the game. Also, because you never know what opponent you're going to come against. I mean, seriously, you could come against Bane, which is like a pretty powerful character, and basically just gives you the option to just pick your gear for certain characters. He also has pretty good batarangs. They actually do quite a bit of damage. The second special attack, which is actually pretty good if they're not blocking, but if they're blocking, it only does 2 attacks. His super's very good. He almost made it higher, but there was just one Batman that stood out to be pretty good. But other than that, Batman Arkham Knight, very good Batman, and he comes in at the number 4 spot. This is when the really good Batmans come into play. Coming into number 3 spot, we have Dawn of Justice Batman. Dawn of Justice Batman is a really good character. He has pretty good attacks, pretty good special attacks. He was the first Batman to have a different special 1 attack and a better one. Instead of just throwing 2 batarangs, he did multiple hits, then for multiple batarangs. His special attack is pretty good for draining health bars, and so is his super. He can disappear off stage, having a 30% chance to disappear off stage. But since now that the buff actually came around for him, so now he has 100% to disappear off stage, then stun them if the opponent's not blocking, which was just like the original. And either way, even when blocking, he just does a lot of damage to the opponent. He almost made it at the number 2 spot, but slightly made it less than the number 2 spot. But other than that, if you get this character, I strongly recommend him on your team. But other than that, Batman Dawn of Justice comes in at the number 3 spot. Coming into number 2 spot, my favorite animated Batman Beyond. Before the one at the number 1 spot came around, the animated Batman Beyond, he was just like the best at the time. His special 1 that gives him increased basic damage, which acts like double damage, which is actually very useful. Sure, it may not last that long. So is the critical chance and the critical damage for his second special and his super move, which are actually both health drainers, and so is his special one. But I gotta say, his second special was probably one of my favorites. He kicks the opponent, throws battle range ball in the air, and then just uses that gliding thing that he uses, and then just charges into the opponent. His attacks are really good. His health is amazing. He has some really useful attacks and special attacks. His health is really good. He's definitely a useful character if you had to pick him in survival and you add like all kinds of stuff for him. But other than that, even without the stuff they add on him, he's still a really good character. He almost made it at the #1 spot, but there's just one character that slightly made it higher than him. But other than that, this character is still a very useful character and definitely a really good character. But other than that, before we get to the #1 spot, we'll have some few honorable mentions. The first honorable mention we have is Batman Beyond. Decent character. However, he barely made a high list because there were just way better Batmans over him. Insurgency Batman. He barely made it on the list. His special 1 isn't really that great. His special 2 is pretty decent. His health is pretty good. His attack is okay, but he barely made it on the list. But other than that, he made it the honorable mentions at least. Last but not least, we have Arkham Origins Batman. Probably the only Batman that starts off with 2 power bars at the start, so you basically use your second special at the start. However, the main reason he didn't make it at #5 was because Blackest Batman was simply better than him, and also his main attacks were like nowhere near better compared to Batman Blackest Night. But other than that, he's still a useful character to get if you have the chance to get him. But other than that, he comes in at the honorable mentions. Coming in to #1 spot, we have the most overpowered Batman, Flashpoint Batman. This character is definitely the most overpowered Batman. His attacks are ridiculously powerful. Even not elite, he's still really powerful. Elite X, he's like nearly unstoppable. His attacks, special attacks, his health is like really good. His special attack, his first one does a burning damage, I think, from memory. Actually, no, it doesn't. But it does a lot of damage. The second special is really good, which basically I can't remember what he does. And I know the end bit he uses the grapple hook, but if the opponent doesn't block, he basically attacks them again and basically just stuns the opponent. If they do block, even then it still does so much damage. His super's really good at damage wise. His attacks are pretty good, like he can attack 2 times. Either using his heavy attack or his light attack. Using that headbutt attack thing. And also, since he's a Flashpoint character, so basically when a Flashpoint character does a team game, basically what they do is, if they're using like a second special attack, the other Flashpoint characters will come in, but if it's someone else doing it, basically Batman comes and uses his ability with the Aquaman Flashpoint or any other Flashpoint character, and basically they get to team up against the one person doing triple damage on a second special, which is ridiculous. And also, this character, believe it or not, it's not Bruce Wayne, it's Thomas Wayne, which is Bruce Wayne's father. And yeah, there are stories about it, but besides that, which I'm not going to get detailed into, This character is like used everywhere nowadays. Used on so many profiles. Whenever I go online, most of the top players use Flashpoint Batman whenever I verse them. And literally, the one thing I could think of is, come on, can it be someone else? But literally, this was the one character that annoyed me. But other than that, this character is super overpowered. And if someone has him, well, they basically got the best luck because, well, it's a very annoying character. But other than that, Flashpoint Batman comes in at the #1 spot. Thank you guys for watching. Before we end this video, I'd like to give a big thanks to every subscriber that subscribed to the channel. Thanks for making me hit 52 subscribers. I will reward you guys with a new video on a day when I find a pretty good video to do, which I'll ask my friends exactly what to do for it. And then for now, I'll basically decide what's a good idea. I have already a few ideas that I'm thinking about, but I don't want to spoil it. And anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. But other than that, thanks for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic day, and I'll see you then.